The second big point, the whole product or the complete solution. Warren, what is the whole product? Because you've
Yeah.
been working also with the man we discover this concept, and you've been 30 years refining this concept,
Yep.
and you have a brand new version with so far you call it Loveless Recipe. I don't know if there is a new
Yep.
name, but yeah, tell us what is it?
Yep. So I'll probably rename it before too long. It's not an ideal name, but the concept really is, as we've said, the mainstream requires a complete solution. And part of making that solution complete is making it lower risk. That the adoption risk associated with your product just needs to be perceived as lower for various reasons. And I've identified 12 different factors that will lower the perception of risk. But the great thing, because we're talking here about SaaS mostly, is SaaS has two elements that are already very much helping with the reduction in perceived risk. Just by its very nature, the customer can try a SaaS product before buying it. And that's a big element in the mainstream where people don't want to engage or purchase something that is really unknown or unfamiliar. So they want to try it before they buy it. And SaaS is just built for that. And it's
Mm,
perfect.
So what we're
Yeah.
telling, this is important because we came across clients that are building high risk or high ticket SaaS, but they don't have a way of trial before commitment. So
Right.
we would say to them, hey, first thing in your mind is leverage the power of trial before commitment. Try to build a solution, a pilot, something that you can give to your clients
Yeah.
to reduce the risk perception of buying your product before they
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah. Absolutely. And even there's some really run companies that are actually hardware companies, but they still follow that pattern. They still allow try before buy. And it's amazing how that allows a mainstream customer to feel much more secure, much safer about the purchase. That they've tried it first. The other thing about SaaS and lower risk is the delivery is through the internet, or the sales and distribution are internet based, and that's all well known. That's a well known, trusted channel of distribution. There's a big advantage for SaaS companies
Mm.
in lowering the perception of risk from those two things. Try before you buy and delivery through the internet are both really good. And
Sorry, no, I was just going because we're running out of time.
oh yeah,
Going to
okay.
tell our audience that it's not the intent to go through the 12 elements with examples because that would take just one entire session.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
you can take a screenshot of this and we will come back with new live sessions just to talk about
yeah,
the whole product concept, the low risk recipe,
yeah,
and with examples. We will have a session just about that.
yeah. Good.
That yes, we have one big example of crossing the chasm with the whole product, right? And through partnerships,
Yeah,
and how important are the partnerships, right? And it's the ChatGPT. And this is just a screenshot. There are multiple screenshots of ChatGPT. There are a lot of talks around ChatGPT, plenty of people using it. I myself, we use it as an assistant for the market assessment for our clients, right?
yeah,
Always with human supervision. It's just an assistant, it's an enabler.
right.
It's not the boss. We're the
Yeah,
boss. But the point is that there are a lot of positive things and there's a lot of positive hype, but there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And you just have to read the LinkedIn comments of
yeah,
people, and those are mainstream comments. And they're all led by skepticism, pragmatism, uncertainty, doubt,
yep,
misperception.
yep, yep,
Now, Warren,
yep. What a game changer this is. One of the things that really reduces risk is the sponsorship of a big, well-known organization, and in this case, it's Microsoft. And by essentially saying, "We're gonna become a type of complementary supplier where we actually integrate ChatGPT into Microsoft platform products." Think about the risk reduction there, and think about how much more complete an offering can be if it's got all of that capabilities added onto it. And it just addresses so many of the different points of the low risk recipe. It's fabulous, and it's just amazing what that's going to do
Mm,
for that new product or that new technology.
absolutely. So we're talking about all of a sudden, OpenAI, in this case, not that much ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is one interface. That is
Yep,
a chat, but OpenAI is the underlying, if you want, engine of artificial intelligence. And that's going to be embedded in Microsoft Office 365. So we're talking that all of a sudden, here's the huge difference. We had a product that by itself was leading fear, uncertainty, and doubt by mainstream buyers. And then that would have been struggling in was probably in the chasm, even if there is all this hype. I don't
yep,
think, ChatGPT just crossed the chasm all of a sudden. But then we have OpenAI that for a specific use case, which is embedded in Office 365 and being they're going to be an assistant to write in Word, in Excel, in PowerPoint, and so on. So that is the specific use case. I believe they are also going to be assistant for Microsoft Teams and also for GitHub. There are specific use cases for specific applications, which is what process the code. But
yep,
as you were saying, all of a sudden you have almost the complete product, not just the core technology, because let's have a quick review for our audience. Compatible and familiar. Office 365 is the market leader in with Word, PowerPoint, and so on. You don't have to
yep,
learn almost everything. It's
right,
embedded in your interface.
yep,
Support.
yep,
Partners are providing support, or even better, Microsoft with their credits, they have gold credits for gold clients. They provide support. You don't have to think about, is OpenAI going to provide me support? Or you think about Microsoft, the big guys,
right, yep,
right? Distribution channels. You have not only Microsoft, you have the most powerful partner network in the world, the Microsoft Partner Network that is distributing those products and is going to enable their clients to use and train on how to use this
yep,
new tool, which is powered by OpenAI,
yep,
right? All
yep,
of a sudden, you win all the safety in numbers.
absolutely.
So,
It Yeah, it's
big deal.
complete. It's fair, and 365 is a form of a standard, really, in a lot of ways for a lot of organizations. Right there, OpenAI becomes part of an existing standard, the standard that is followed around the world, and that could not be have a bigger impact on mainstream
Mm,
adoption, all of
mm,
these things
mm.
together.
Yeah. And the biggest concerns, which probably in AI, in our experience, when we've done market assessments for browsing artificial intelligence, they are all around security, privacy, how biased is the artificial intelligence, and so on. It's not just OpenAI's brand, which is they're the new guys in the neighborhood.
Yep,
Now it's Microsoft brand
yep,
after the security and privacy. So when there is going to be an issue with the client, you don't just have OpenAI, you have the partner who you trust, this local partner who you trust with all the people in the partnership, in that partner telling
right,
you what's going on with security and privacy in the underlying engine. But you also have Microsoft and the folks in Microsoft telling you what's going to happen with all your information, where is the data coming from, and so on. And that's a big deal because that information is not coming from OpenAI. Those are
yep,
third party people that is going to drive trust.
yep.
It's a huge deal here.
It is. It reminds me of the old days when IBM decided to sponsor the personal computer.
Ah,
It's the most dominant voice in computing, basically
mhm.
said we're going to make this entire thing work. And that's really what Microsoft is doing with OpenAI is they're saying we're going to make this thing work. And
I
it
love it.
couldn't be bigger. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right.